I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start this one again at chapter 3, Micah chapter 3. And I began this since I kind of blundered on the conclusion of this here, verse 1. And I want to go to verse 8 and tell you the significant back. And I said, Here, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skins from off them, and their flesh from off their bones, who also eat the flesh of my peoples, and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones, and chop them in pieces, as for the pot, and as flesh within the caldron. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doing. This is what we see today. It's prophecy happening right now as we speak. Over there in Afghanistan and Iraq. Over there. This is the beginning of it. They talk about the torture. It was said in the news when Barack Obama got there to be president that he was going to open up an investigation of some of the behaviors and some of the torture tactics that the United States was acting out against the peoples of the Middle East, as they had them in Abu Ghraib prison, those they had rounded up. They said there was waterboarding those peoples, but I just read to you, this is what God was talking about, the exact same part where President George W. Bush was president of the United States of America. This is the part where he was talking about, and these are the same parts that he was talking about where his people was also the one that the United States put in charge, using the law of democracy to democratize that country. The leaders that they set up over there in Iraq and Afghanistan, they was done the same thing. Because how I know, in all of 2006, they alleged that people, about 40 to 200 people a night, were being bound, tortured, shot in the back of the head, and dumped on the back of the street, on the streets of Baghdad. Also in 2007, from January 2007 to September 11, until 9 months, I'll put it like that, I heard President George W. Bush at that time speak on national TV and said, we're killing more of them than they is us. We're killing 1,700, we've been killing 1,700 insurgents each night from January until the time he was making his speech, not Lord. He said 1,500. I don't want to make me misquote it. He said 1,500 because it will have its merits. So whether it was 1,700 or 1, it was too many kills to be made a night to be over there in falsehood. But what troubled me at that time was the man's was making the 1,500 kills per month. 1,500 kills per month, not night, per month for those 9 months. And these other was making from 40 to 200 kills per night in the vicinity of these small countries, but none was seeing each other. And the only thing I could say is when you look at this Bible prophecy right here, what I just got to reading, it connects the two together that it was a sinister act taking place where they was trying to force the people to take on the law of democracy and abandon the law of Moses, and they refused to. And this is what it tells you they was doing to it. It didn't say nothing about waterboarding right here. This is exactly what God told. This is from the Bible here. I'm reading there. When Barack Obama got there, he said the things they did was too graphic. We can't do this unless the whole world hates America. Well, if it's that graphic, then why haven't there been an investigation with the CIA and all of these instead of giving them a free hand to continue? See, there's a demon in the closet that we don't know nothing about, but the ministries of this nation and of this world have is done the same thing as they was done above. They're turning their head as long as it's not happening to them. So this is why God, He saw all of these things was going to happen in these later days. So He created for Himself to show up at the end of time a man that was not even worthy to be made a part of that sacred birth. He made me a part of that sacred birth to be a part of the three signets of the signets of God would be three signets, three mixtures, three sacrifices, and 3 years. Because He knew that I was going to speak the truth. And I was going to do everything in my power to reveal that which have been hidden from the knowledge of men. And this is where I'm going. I'm on verse 5. Still M-I-C-A-H, chapter 3. Thus said the Lord concerning the prophets that make my peoples err, that bite with their teeth and cry peace, and he that putteth not into their mouth, they even prepare war against him. Therefore, night shall be unto you, that you shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that you shall not divine. In other words, he's stripping Israel of that right over there. Placing in the hand, and these over here, everything. And the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. That means He's not going to give the usual people their big. Then shall the seals be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yes, they shall all cover their lips, for there is no answer of God. God is not giving them an answer. All of these things is happening over there now, even here in America. So many things. When you find the young black people killing each other over here, when you find the drug infestation here, the murders, the raping of the little girl, and dumping their bodies in God and landfill. All of these things, and there's everything going on over there. The news is every time you hear it, it's something bad all the time. God have hid His face from these people, and it's going to get worse. But truly I am full of power, verse 8. M-I-C-H, verse 8. But truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord. Isn't it? By the Spirit of the Lord, and of judgment, and of might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin. I'm a messenger of God, sent by God the Father to prepare the way of the return of Jesus Christ. I said that. The other man can claim this. He said He'll take it, but He told you that He had a way. He had been set in time in the beginning when He spoke to Abraham in Genesis 15:9-10, when He told him take him a heifer of 3 years old, a she-goat of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. These was, once again, the 3 signets of God to the world. Went throughout Bible prophecy in pairs of 3s as they went transformed from signals to signals. There was the 3 mixtures. They mixed all 3, made all of them part of the same sacrifice, even though there was only one was worthy to bear the burden of the sacrifice, and that was Jesus Christ. But we all 3 became a part of the exact same mixtures. And the sacrifice, after John the Baptist was one of them, was separated, and he was born into his mother Elizabeth, with yet being attached on to Jesus. He was slain, and at the last part, when the 2 thieves were beside Jesus hanging on the cross, this was the top-down analysis of the 3 years.